Good morning, babies. I hope y'all slept amazing, or, like whatever time of day it is for you. This is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. The song I got on shuffle is Fool and the Beggar by Melrose Avenue. I thought I knew you better. I'm the fool and you're the beggar. You found me in darkness, a cowardly escape. You pulled me from the ashes, and there I found my fate. You're in the corners of my mind, playing twisted games. I saw no warning but havoc. Tearing each other apart, will I ever stop? Don't try to make it better. I don't want that whatsoever. You're holding your cards right to that emptiest heart. I thought I knew you better. I'm the fool and you're the beggar. I'm running out of patience, got no time for clarity. Watch it all unfold with no remedy, deceiving my heart with fire. It's nothing new. I'm seeing right through your malice intentions. You feed off weakness and fear, but you're all I've got. So, I thought that was interesting because the first card I got was the Nine of Wands in reverse. And right after that came the Seven of Swords. And they fell like this. So see how he's, hopefully you can see it. He's looking over at the guy, and I'm seeing that as somebody dropped their defenses because they thought they could trust somebody. And then this person noticed it, and then they're like, oh, well, now I can swoop in and, take what's mine. So, we're all going through shit, and someone took advantage of that. Someone took advantage of that time that you were down, you were defenseless. Like a story in my head that just popped up is like, say you went through like a breakup and you were just kind of like, it was best for you and you knew it was best for you, but this is when you're still in a weird space from ending something. Just because that's what happens, you still have to grieve the situation, even if it was for your healthiest choice. Then somebody swooped in and saw that you were kind of like, maybe not consciously exactly, but they knew you were in a different state and they could trick you. Being a little trickster, a little fool, a little jester. And so they decided to use that time to, play games with you. Because it says, you found me in the darkness, a cowardly escape. You pulled me from the ashes, and there I found my fate. You're in the corners of my mind, playing twisted games. I saw no warning but havoc. So they were like, they may have played this like, oh, I can help you, I can save you from this, like that type of thing. And then so like they try to create a connection, and it could be friendship, family, relationship, however it resonates. They tried to create a relationship from that, and so then it turned into tearing each other apart. Now will it ever stop? Don't try to make it better. I don't want that whatsoever. You're holding your cards right to that emptiest heart. I thought I knew you better. I'm the fool and you're the beggar. So they were stealing your energy, and they may have been, what comes to mind for me is like an example was they would try to put you in fear because you were already in this like vulnerable state, and they said like, oh, I can help you through this, I can save you, or however they said that. And then so they started using your state that you were in, this mental state, this healing state, as a way to control you, or like come off and just kind of manipulate, play with you, toy with you, because that's their game. Unfortunately, people like to do that. And they liked having control over you, and they probably tried to manipulate with fear, that type of thing. And so you're in this state like they put you in this confused with this Chariot in reverse, slow down state. The way I'm seeing it is like in Alice in Wonderland when she's trying to play the game. I don't remember what is it, like, I don't know the fucking game they play, but she got like the faulty flamingo that wouldn't stay rigid when she tried to hit the little hedgehog or whatever the hell it was. So, and it was like, the way I'm seeing it is like it was like a fixed game. So they're like playing this game to like toy with you and actually keep you in this like weak state, this like overwhelm, like you're juggling a lot. They're trying to put you in fear with this Two of Pentacles, you know, like he's, you know, walking on the edge. The sea is turbulent. I imagine like this, you know, the wind coming up off the cliff, like, you know, you're trying to juggle all these things, and then you have all these other variables, like elements coming up against you to like make it even harder to juggle these things. And this person or people were part of that. And they're trying to make you even more unstable. And ultimately, the reason why is because that's how they feel internally. So they wanted, you know, to have some more control over you and you be in a worse state so they felt better. I'm running out of patience, got no time for clarity. Watch it all unfold with no remedy. Deceiving my heart with fire, it's nothing new. I'm seeing right through your malice intentions. You feed off weakness and fear, but you're all I've got. So you may have been put in a situation where this was like the only person you could trust, because you're like, you know, you were in this dark night where you're cutting all this shit out. And unfortunately, because you were in such a raw state, you know, someone snuck through the cracks and took advantage of, you know, this odd defense you had up. You know, it may have not, just because you were going through so much, you weren't seeing things clearly, and they were able to come in and fuck with you, play games with you. And with that, let's see, you feed off weakness and fear. So they were like feeding off of you, keeping you in this state. And, you know, they put you in this isolated state, like, oh, you know, you were the only, blah, you could only trust them. And so you thought, that type of thing. They put you in this isolated spot so you would keep your defenses down, once again, with this Five of Wands in reverse. And, you know, they manipulated you and, you know, toyed with you in such a way that you were already in a raw state. You're doing all this internal work. And so you didn't want to fight. You didn't want to fight with this. You didn't want to like look at it and see it for what it was. And so while, you know, you were like mending a broken heart, whatever it is, getting back on your feet, this person was trying to keep you in that because that's how they feel, and they wanted someone below them. Take a look at what you started. I'm doing everything you wanted, torn and broken, battered and helpless, and out of energy. Sick of seeking the comfort, tired of waiting for answers. No escape, I'm stuck in this nightmare inside a foiled mind. Only broken shards will shine. I'm finally taking back what is mine. I cut all the ties and deliver your demise. How long will it be before I come undone? Left desperate and frozen, it's overrun. I saw no warning but havoc. So, unfortunately, because this person was so good at manipulating and you were in this weird state, you weren't nurturing yourself with this Empress in reverse. So, like, notice upright, she's got this, like, skeptical look on her face. Hopefully it's fucking focusing. So she's got this, like, skeptical look on her face, like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want you touching me. You weren't, and since it was in reverse, you were in this, like, raw, fragile state, you know, just trying to figure out your shit because you're going through a dark night. Like, you're facing your shadow. You left somebody that behind that, you know, it wasn't, you weren't sure if it was the right thing to do. There was just a lot of uncertainty, overwhelm. You were juggling a lot of things. And, so this person, like, you know, puts you in this state of confusion, stress, And it says, and out of energy. So they were literally draining you by manipulating you and putting you in this like fear state. And that's how they were feeding, because they were an energy vampire. Sick of seeking comfort. And you use this person to, you may have just used this person as like a confidant, you know, like you thought you could trust them. They may have been in your life before this event. And so you were like, I need to talk to somebody. I'm alone. I cut a lot of people off. I feel that I can trust you. And instead you were put in this state, you know, they were probably good and they probably did listen, but they were collecting data on you. You know, to have one over on you and basically use it against you. Sick of seeking the comfort, tired of waiting for the answers. My fucking computer froze. No escape. I'm stuck in this nightmare inside a foiled mind. And you're feeling like embarrassed because, you know, you're like, it says, I'm the fool, you're the beggar. You feel like a fool. You feel, you're like, I've been had. I was had. They got me. Like, and you thought by, you know, leaving this previous event or going through this dark night prior to this person that you had learned, you know, not to fall into those traps. But the thing is you were just in such a raw state, and they, you know, may have been watching you, or they're just really good, like, manipulators, that they just knew how to manipulate you and use, you know, the state against you and see that your defenses were down. So it's not your fault. They were just psychos. They were just freaks. Like, they just wanted to, they were looking for a new meal. They were looking for somebody to feast on, and you just happened to be that person because you were going through your dark night. No escape. I'm stuck in this nightmare inside a foiled mind. Only broken shards will shine. I'm finally taking back what is mine. I cut all the ties and deliver your demise. How long will it be before I come undone? Left desperate and frozen, it's overrun. So you're pulling your energy back. You realize what happened, you know, wherever you are on this timeline. And with that, this person didn't get their win with this world in reverse. They're not getting their win. And, you know, maybe they had an end goal to like sabotage you, but because you had been doing the work, you're catching things in the right time. Like you finally caught it. You're like, fuck, thank you for fucking me over at my worst time, but get the fuck out. Get out, bitch. Only shards will shine. I'm finally taking back what is mine. Cut the ties and deliver your demise. So, not only are you ending it, but you're calling like righteous judgment upon them or returning to sender, whatever, you know, and you are coming out of this thriving, and that is their karma because they wanted control over you. They wanted something to control because they feel this, you know, they wanted you in this overwhelmed state because that's how they feel about their life. They wanted you to feel worse and look worse off than what they feel on the daily. And that's how they feel control. And by you thriving, coming out of this and being like, no, fuck you. I pull my energy back, bitch. This ain't over for you. Welcome to karma. Welcome to karma. How long will it be before I come undone? You're stepping into your power and you're like, all right, bitch, you want to fucking play a game? Let's fucking play then. You're turning into the little saw clown and rolling in on your fucking tricycle, and they're seeing your dark side now. You're like, you have played with me too long. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. Let's see what else. Yeah, I thought I knew you better. I'm the fool and you're the beggar. So at this point, because they didn't get their win, they didn't get their feast, they didn't, you know, you cut their meal off, basically. Fuck motherfuckers. Like, that's just funny. Like, you just like, who? Pull, you know, it's like, I imagine like somebody pulling an IV out of somebody, like, or like a feeding tube. Like, you pulled their feeding tube out and they're just like, ah. So like, you know, yes, you feel like the fool, but really, like, you were just in such a raw state. Like, do not blame yourself for that. It is not your fault. And if you ever had been manipulated like that, it's never been your fault. It's all, you know, it's always like these people just wanting to prey on people. And apparently, you know, you needed to learn a lesson in, you know, protection, boundaries, stuff like that. You know, there's always a lesson in something, and, you know, you can be grateful for that because it made you a more well-rounded person. Yes, it sucks, and they're awful people. I'm not diminishing that at all. They are fucking terrible people for doing that and thinking that's okay, but that was part of the lesson. All right. Happiness. Yes, you being happy, you pursuing, you thriving, you coming out of this even fucking stronger, better, hotter, just all of the things that are amazing and you that you are, and being able to like bounce back and just be even stronger is their karma. Service. Or what did happiness say? I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Yes, so you're healing. You're doing the right thing. Service. I feel good when I can help others. So this came in reverse, and I'm going to take it as that. You're also learning. Oh, fucking bug. Fuck off. There's like a little fucking moth floating around or something. I don't know what the hell it was. I feel good when I can help others. You're learning who not to help. They taught you the red flags. They taught you that energy signature of a vampire. That was probably a fucking mosquito. Confirmation, bitch. That was a mosquito probably. Like, you know, you can smell that shit from a mile away now, especially because you were in such a raw state and, you know, your defenses were down. So your vision was clouded, all of that stuff. Now you can see it when you're even in that state. So you can trust yourself again. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And yeah, and that's that shadow work of like, well, why did I, you know, feel the need to like lean on this person when I was going through that? You know, what were you looking for? And being honest with yourself, what was I expecting out of leaning on these people coming out of this dark night of the soul? And why did I need to depend on people? Yes, it's okay to like have community and stuff like that, but what were you looking for? What were you operating out of? Was it like your shadow of needing like some sort of confirmation? That type of stuff, questioning like what your actual motives were in that point. And then just being real with yourself, like, you know what, shit, you know, my defenses were down. I fell back into an old habit. You know, I put the rose-colored glasses back on just because I was so vulnerable. Like being real with yourself and being like, I fucked up, you know, my defenses were down, whatever. I've learned from it and I'm stronger now. It was a mistake I needed to make because I wouldn't be here without it. I wouldn't be stronger past this point without it. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. And that was in reverse. So there may have been some, you know, residual, wherever you are on this timeline, there's some residual, resentment towards these people that took advantage of you at your lowest point. But honestly, you just have to accept it. It happened. It needed to happen so you could truly close that cycle out. Turn this world card into an upright and close that cycle out. So, ooh, that's what it was. That's why this card is in reverse. It was a cycle that wasn't complete. And so this awful, terrible, shitty person had to come into your life and play games with you at your lowest point to truly close this cycle because the cycle hadn't fully completed. As awful as it is, they were necessary. And now you know, and you put them in your place. You pulled your energy back, you got stronger, you have better boundaries, and you can smell that shit from a mile away now. All right, babies, I think that's pretty much the message. Like, you want to, I guess I can pull one of these brain skull cards. don't hate yourself. You don't hate yourself, you hate not being yourself. That's pretty self-explanatory. So, you know, when you're mad at yourself, or the these people that came at you to do awful things to me, they aren't, they're not authentic. So that's why they're in this like hateful, nasty, draining energy, because they're not authentic. And when you're yourself and you are unapologetically yourself, then that's just all you got to do. Because we have this card, there's nothing written on it. And notice how like the dude, I think this card is like something about like taking a break from the circus or like the craziness. Because to me it's like a, you know, there's a lot going on in the background, and this guy is like playing with rocks instead of like, you know, computers and stuff like that. Go outside in nature, you know, take a break from the bullshit, like doing the work, like go do something fun, and come back to yourself. So that's how these two get together. But yes, have a wonderful day, babies. I love you so much. You're doing fucking awesome. Yes, these things are awful that happened to you, and truly you didn't deserve it, but you got some really good lessons out of it, and you're finally closing the cycle out, and I'm really proud of you. Keep growing. I love you, babies. Bye.